Now on 4 News Now at 6, a Spokane man sentenced to 1 year in jail for child sex crimes. Why the judge says he deserves even more years behind bars.
We are heading back up into the 90s for the start of your weekend and then a dip the second half. I'll let you know what to expect in the First Alert forecast.
And a national blood shortage hits home, why it's so concerning right now, and how many lives could be saved by just one donation. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Concern for public safety, and I think you represent a threat to public safety. If I could give you more than a year, I would.
A Spokane man accused of rape, child rape, and molestation learned his fate today. Mark Hoffmeister will spend the next year in jail after accepting a plea deal for a sexual assault of a minor that happened back in the 90s.
And along with 1 year in jail, Hoffmeister will not be allowed to go near anyone under the age of 18 without another adult present for 10 years. 4 News Now's Natalie Grant was in the courtroom for us today and shares reactions from the victims.
It was an incredibly emotional day in the courtroom as the victims of Mr. Hoffmeister took to the stand to read their victim impact statements. Many of them saying that today was a day to reclaim their story and seek justice for something that happened so many years ago but continues to affect their everyday lives today.
You should feel grateful you're only serving a year because frankly you're deserving of a lot more.
That is Judge Tony Hazel saying his hands were tied in the case against Mark Hoffmeister due to a plea agreement where Hoffmeister pleaded guilty to 1 count of indecent liberties.
And it's clear to the court that you have caused significant trauma and harm to others.
In his sentencing on Friday, many people came forward to share how Hoffmeister's actions had affected them. Meanwhile, the defense presented character letters from those close to Hoffmeister, urging the judge for no extra jail time than the 53 days he already served.
And to those members of your friends and family that think that you didn't molest, think you're deluded. And I'd be really worried if you were allowed to let this man around a child. I'm concerned for public safety. And I think you represent a threat to public safety. If I could give you more than a year, I would.
Heidi Vanek is one of the 3 original victims that came forward against Hoffmeister. In her statement, she said he was trusted within her gymnastics program. She became close with the Hoffmeister family and frequently slept over at their house, which is where she says the abuse took place.
Just a weight lifted. Yeah, we've been carrying this a long time.
She ties her past drug and alcohol abuse to the pain caused by Hoffmeister at a young age and says the sentencing has brought validation and relief.
This has affected not just me, but my children, every person in my whole family. So it's closure and healing for all of us. So.
Now again, Hoffmeister will be spending 1 year in jail and 1 year in community custody. After that, Hoffmeister will not be allowed to either live with or be around anyone under the age of 18 without another adult there to supervise. He's also a registered sex offender. Reporting in Spokane, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
All right, an important story from Natalie. Thank you. And I-90 is now fully back open after 1 lane was closed because of this brush fire. You can see the smoke billowing up into the air near the Thor Street Bridge. Fire crews were able to quickly put out the flames. The cause of this fire is still under investigation. And our hot and dry conditions aren't doing firefighters any favors either.
Yeah, it's only going to get hotter from here. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker for your Friday First Alert forecast.
Well, firefighters are going to be watching very closely for fire starts this weekend, particularly Saturday night and into Sunday. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be hot Saturday, between 5 and 10 degrees hotter than today. Then we have a front coming through, a dry cold front early Sunday morning. That is going to bring breezy conditions and cooler conditions for Sunday and bring the possibility of some isolated dry lightning. The lightning reaches the ground, but the precipitation does not. It is the worst case scenario when you've got such dry conditions. Our high temperatures for Saturday around the region, 90s for everyone. Lewiston the exception at 101 degrees. Temperatures right now are in the 80s and 90s around the area. It is a warm Friday evening, we'll be cooling down into the 70s by 9 o'clock, however, with light winds and clear skies. A beautiful evening. I'll be back with the rest of your weekend forecast and the 7-day outlook in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. Well, new at 6 o'clock, just within the last half hour, the owner of Splashdown has confirmed to 4 News Now that the Spokane Valley Water Park is set to open Saturday. The park has been closed for 3 years. It was supposed to open last month, but there have been a series of maintenance issues. This week, there was a water pump problem that we told you about. Again, the owner of Splashdown confirming it will be open tomorrow.
Starting this Sunday, Spokane Police will begin enforcing the city ordinance that makes being in city parks after hours a misdemeanor. All neighborhood parks will be closed between 11 and 5 in the morning, except for Riverfront Park. That closes at midnight. Police department says that they are initially focused on educating the public and handing out warnings, but those who refuse to leave could be ticketed and even arrested.
2 more construction projects are expected to start on Monday. TJ Meenock Bridge will close, meaning some major detours will be in place. If you look at your screen here, there's a map. Drivers are being asked to use the Maple Street Bridge until TJ Meenock opens next Friday, which is August 4th. The other project starting Monday is on Upriver Drive. Detours will be in place between Ralph and Carlisle while crews relocate a sewer line, and that's expected to last 2 weeks.
With a consumer alert for you here tonight, Ford is recalling more than 870,000 newer F-150 pickup trucks because the electric parking brakes can turn on unexpectedly. The recall covers certain pickups from the 2021 through 2023 model years with single exhaust systems. Ford's F-Series pickups are the top-selling vehicles in the U.S.
There's currently a national blood shortage across the United States. Vitalant and the Red Cross are both now asking the public to help out and donate blood. Summer fun in the sun is a time when we see more accidents. A national blood shortage means fewer people can be saved.
And Vitalant Northwest is hosting a summer series to help counteract the emergency. Our Marissa Rio went up to Vitalant Coeur d'Alene to see what this series is all about.
Right now, Vitalant is hosting Save Our Summer blood drives. Right now, here in Coeur d'Alene, there are a few donors, but the beds behind me really need to be filled. Without blood, it could be a little girl in ICU or a mother with cancer that doesn't get saved. 1 out of 7 hospital patients need a blood transfusion. There is no artificial substitute for blood, so hospitals really need donations. One woman donating at Vitalant Coeur d'Alene today said she was saved by a blood transfusion. Now she has the opportunity to save someone else's life.
I ended up in the hospital, had 4 units of blood, and I guess I just had dust. So that's what then I found out that the blood was donated through the blood bank. So that's why I came in and started giving blood.
A spokesperson for Vitalant said there hasn't been a shortage this bad since the pandemic, and donations are especially important during the summer.
The need goes up. There are more traumas. The days between Memorial Day and Labor Day are actually considered the 100 deadliest days of the year, with traumas and car accidents and whatnot, and our regular donors are out.
Vitalant's next blood drive is on Friday, August 4th in Coeur d'Alene at the Department of Lands. Baker said the process is quick and easy. Plus, donors make a major impact. 1 donation can save up to 3 lives. A blood shortage can affect you or your loved ones if there is a medical emergency. Here in Coeur d'Alene, Vitalant is open 7 days a week. For more information, you can go to our website at kxly.com. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Still ahead, it's been almost 3 weeks since it rained here in Spokane.
Coming up, meteorologist Matt Gray explains how this one will compare to other streaks and if there's any hope for some rain in the future. Plus, the search for a missing Arizona girl ends 4 years later, where she was found, and her mother's message to parents coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Saving you green.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away. Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Find countless ways to play and stay in CDA at visitcda.org.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
This place holds very special memories for Charlie. It's where he grew up, where he built his business, where his heart is. But not long ago, it was Charlie's heart that needed help. When he realized he was having a heart attack, Kootenai Health's team of more than 40 cardiac care providers was only minutes from his home. That's where Dr. Fritz and Dr. Burnett performed life-saving, state-of-the-art care to heal Charlie's heart.
It's time to make memories that will last for generations.
Wendell Ford has perfect rides for your summer adventures. Need a rugged companion for that camping trip? We've got the Explorer. Taking the boat out to the lake? Our F-150s are ready for the job. And for a limited time, Wendell Ford has flexible financing options and affordable payment plans.
But hurry, while memories will last forever, these deals will be gone soon.
Visit Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division and drive for generations.
Around the nation here tonight, the search for a missing 14-year-old has come to an end. The teen suddenly appearing in a small town in Montana.
ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more on the teen's disappearance and her mother's message to other parents whose children have left.
A teenage girl from Arizona who went missing in 2019 turns up nearly 4 years later in a small Montana town near the Canadian border.
For everyone who has missing loved ones, I want you to use this case as an example that miracles do exist and never lose hope and always fight.
Alicia Navarro's mother posting this emotional video online. Alicia, who has autism, was 14 years old when she vanished in September 2019, leaving behind a note saying she would be back. At the time, Alicia's mother feared her daughter may have been lured by a predator online.
I do not know the details. I do confirm that she is my daughter, she is alive, and she is safe.
The teen's disappearance is shrouded in mystery. The now 18-year-old was last seen at her home in Arizona, but recently wandered into a local police station in Montana, nearly 1,000 miles away from where she was reported missing. Police releasing this FaceTime conversation with Navarro.
Did anybody hurt you in any way?
No, no one hurt me.
Okay, because, our goal is we just want to make sure that you're safe.
She is, by all accounts, safe. She is, by all accounts, healthy. And she is, by all accounts, happy.
Authorities believe Alicia's disappearance likely began as a runaway. While she was still missing, her family hired private investigator Trent Steele, who is still searching for answers.
She's been found, but the investigation is far from over. Obviously, we have to piece together what's happened the last 3+ years that she's been gone.
Alicia's mother, Jessica, now just waiting for the moment she can reunite with her daughter, a moment 4 years in the making. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Here's a look at your Saturday forecast. We'll start the day off right around 60 degrees, which is average, but 94 is not. That's our high with sunny skies. Our average high is 87 degrees. Cooler, breezier weather and the possibility of some lightning in your Sunday forecast. I'll be back with that after the break.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
Night Ranger, live in concert, playing all their hits, plus deep cuts from their catalog. Night Ranger, live. August
24th, 7 p.m. Coeur d'Alene Casino. On sale now at the box office, cdacasino.com, or through the CDA Casino app. Night Ranger, live. Must be 18 or older to attend concerts and comedian events.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
God help me. I am falling in love with 4 people. 2 people are going to be heartbroken tonight, and I'm one of those people. Don't want to do this.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Next ET, The Parent Trap turns 25. You are aging me. ET was on the set with an 11-year-old Lindsay Lohan.
It's fun and I like the attention.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30. Summer storms, sudden, intense, dangerous. 4 News Now First Alert Weather warns you in advance.
Up to quarter-size hail.
Keeping you informed until the threat is past and your family is safe. On the air, on the app, only on 4 News Now.
88 degrees, our high temperature today. Sure felt hot, but that is average. 87, our average high. We're in the hottest time of the year. That's where this number peaks. It'll stay at 87 through the first several days of August and then start to drop, and the next thing you know, it's snowing. 102 is our record for today. 8:30 our sunset time tonight. Here's a look at our live conditions right now. We are in the mid-80s in Coeur d'Alene and Spokane. A beautiful evening. Boy, not a cloud in the sky over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Lots of traffic. It's that time of year. Coming and going on I-90. Mostly people heading to the lake, I would suspect, with the forecast that we have. Mostly clear tonight. 60 for an overnight low, 94 tomorrow, sunny and hot. Winds out of the southwest 5 to 10 for most of the day. We may see those winds picking up tomorrow night as a cold front, a dry front, approaches. Here's a look at our weather pattern right now. High pressure in control. We've been watching this area of low pressure sneaking our way. Finally, by Sunday early morning, that is going to push that dry cold front over our region. That will bring a chance of some lightning, and that is something we do not want to see this time of year, as dry as things have been. Here's our forecast radar starting at 7 o'clock on Saturday evening. As we go through the evening, we'll start to see those clouds increase and that slight chance of thunderstorms developing early Sunday morning. And again, not a lot of moisture, if any, to work with this system, but we may get the thunderstorm activity through Sunday morning, and then we begin to clear off for a breezy but slightly cooler day. Firefighters will be watching that very closely as that cold front approaches. Overnight lows tonight. Comfortable. We'll be in the 50s to right around 60 degrees. That is average. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the 90s around the Spokane area. Spirit Lake, 91, 93 in Coeur d'Alene, 92 in Spangle, 96 at 9 Mile. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Plan on just keeping an eye to the sky on Sunday and on the horizon. If you see any smoke, report it immediately, because with that little bit of a breeze, those fire starts can get out of hand so quickly. Then we are back up into the 90s after a quick cool down, but no sign of the extreme heat that makes this time of year unpleasant. Triple digits, no, but some 90s in the forecast.
And with that forecast, Chris, it's basically guaranteed on Monday that we're going to pass 3 weeks without rain in Spokane.
And our weather team says that could be changing on the horizon, but that might not necessarily be the best thing. Meteorologist Matt Gray is here with a look at how a change in the weather pattern could ramp up our fire season.
And Chris mentioned it, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth for you here tonight. Going 3 weeks with no rain, not unusual at all in Spokane. In fact, this is now the 200th time in the city's 143 years of record since we're basically guaranteed to get beyond 2 weeks without measurable rainfall. Regardless, it sure would be nice to get any rain, even just a little sprinkle around here soon. There is a very small chance as you look a little bit longer range in the forecast, but there's a big old catch that comes along with that. Another heat dome is building over Texas in the four quarters, which have been baking all summer long. And as it strengthens, it's pushing moisture and weather disturbances our direction, especially during the middle of next week, which does look like it has some promise. Now, at first, we don't expect much more than some extra cloud cover, but mountain thunderstorms going to be a lot more likely by next weekend. The Climate Prediction Center certainly thinks so. North central Idaho is right in the bullseye for some added rain during that time. But back to the catch here, right? With moisture and rain comes the chance for lightning, something we haven't seen a lot of in the last 3 weeks. And as a result, what is still expected to be a busy fire season hasn't really taken off yet. Most of the acres burned in eastern Washington come from one fire, and in North Idaho, it's been a lot of small ones, at least so far. Now, that said, we did see a little bit of lightning this past week in the Cascades and in North Idaho. Now, as temperatures heat up in the coming days, some of the smoldering remains of these strikes could rear up into new fires. We call those holdovers. You want to add some more lightning into the mix, though, perhaps next weekend. After another round of hot weather with temperatures in the 90s, our fire situation could be a lot different in about 2 weeks from now.
Matt, thank you. On Monday, the Idaho Doomsday mom convicted of killing her 2 youngest children will be sentenced. She faces life in prison for the deaths of 16-year-old Tylee and 7-year-old JJ. And she was also found guilty of conspiring to kill her husband's former wife, Tammy Daybell.
Coming up here, Taylor Swift fans rocked out last week in Seattle's concerts and rocked the greater Seattle area in the process. Why seismologists say the Swiftquake made history after the break. Plus,
behind me is the brand new Carla Peppersack Middle School set to open on September 5th. Coming up, I'll share how Carla and her daughter feel, see this school come to life, and see the work it'll continue to do to educate about the Holocaust.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Today, tonight, and tomorrow, it's the end of the month 72-hour event at All Cal Cars, where they're marking down over 72 trucks, cars, and SUVs to sell fast in 72 hours. Paying top dollar for your trade-in, plus delaying all payments until October 1st. And $72 down is all you need. This is your chance to save thousands and trade in your old vehicle for something better, with special financing brought in just for this event. So hurry to one of Cal Cars' 3 locations today for the best buys of the year.
Bill's Heating and Air is now accepting applications for plumbers, electricians, HVAC professionals, and highly motivated people wanting a career in the heating and air conditioning business. Every new hire is trained in our one-of-a-kind training center, featuring instructors with decades of HVAC experience and a climate-controlled state-of-the-art lab where employees receive extensive hands-on training. Apply today in person at 1007 North Boulder Court, Post Falls, Idaho, or call 208-777-5528.
Don't miss the $50,000 Sunday hot seats at Northern Quest. That's Sunday with an E on the end and a cherry on top. It's a play on words. July, Sunday, hot seats, you get the idea. And it's happening noon to 4 p.m. every Sunday with a Y in July. Don't overthink it. Just swipe your Camus card and be playing your favorite machine when your name is called. The $50,000 Sunday with an E hot seats every Sunday with a Y in July. Only at Northern Quest.
It's time to seize your summer in a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. Whether you're camping out in a new RAV4 or pulling a boat with a Toyota Tundra truck, nothing says summer better than a new Toyota. Plus, every used vehicle comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. So this summer, if you're looking for a new ride, stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota and we'll show you some more choices. I cracked myself up.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mr. Electric.
Well, there is a story that's trending online. Taylor Swift, she wasn't joking about her hit song Shake It Off. A seismologist has determined that Swift shows in Seattle last weekend caused the seismic equivalent of a 2.3 magnitude earthquake for several hours. That is a new record. The Swiftquake actually beat out the famous 2011 Beastquake from Seattle Seahawks fans. So, I don't know, you just pack that stadium with Swifties next year. I don't think the Seahawks lose a game at home. They're just so loud.
That's what you need, yeah. And those colorful friendship bracelets, that's all I keep hearing about.
That's all you need out there. A lot of the Swifties in our newsroom will tell you that too. Well, meantime to the economy here tonight. President Biden's on the campaign trail promoting his economic plan following the Department of Commerce announcing that the economy grew faster than expected in the last quarter.
The department saying it grew at a rate of 2.4%. Consumers are driving that growth, spending on everything from vacations to restaurants, goods and services. The economy has expanded now for 4 straight quarters, leading the Federal Reserve to say it is no longer forecasting a recession. But this economic growth is one reason the Fed raised interest rates by 0.25% earlier this week as it looks to tame inflation.
Inflation has moderated somewhat since the middle of last year. Nonetheless, the process of getting inflation back down to 2% has a long way to go.
The benchmark rate is now at a 22-year high, making it more expensive for borrowers. Rates on new car loans at a 15-year high, and mortgage rates nearly doubled since March of 2022.
And while financial experts say inflation is cooling, many families say they aren't feeling the savings from the drop in prices. ABC's Morgan Norwood has tips on how to become financially free even in this volatile economy.
From sky-high inflation to the rising interest rates, the economy has taken a wrecking ball to the financial goals of millions of Americans.
As much as we don't like recessions, as much as we fear job loss, that's not something that we can have any effect over, but we can respond to how our finances recover from them or how we handle our finances in the midst of those challenges.
And while there's a growing consensus that the U.S. will avoid a recession, many Americans worry that financial freedom still isn't attainable. But Sarah Foster with Bankrate says it is possible. You just have to start small.
Prioritize even putting just a couple $100 or even it can be $50 a month back into an investment account or a retirement account. It's really all about starting where you can and meeting your finances where you are able to afford and working around that.
But before you invest, inspect your debt.
Really look at your debts as far as if you have credit card, high interest rate debt, that could be something that's really powerful to at least address first, because you could be saving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars just by eliminating that balance.
And if you're lucky enough to have gotten a raise this year, resist the urge to splurge by upgrading your lifestyle.
A lot of times we can go overboard by spending the money kind of out front and automatically increasing our expenses. And then that kind of prevents you from even reaping the benefits of that raise.
Bottom line?
At the end of the day, it's not necessarily about the income you have coming in, but the choices that you make about how to manage that money.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Police have arrested Carly Russell, the Alabama woman who admitted to faking her own kidnapping. Earlier this month, Russell called police to report that she saw a toddler on the side of the road. When police showed up, she wasn't there, and there was no toddler. She reappeared 2 days later. She said she had been abducted, but then she later admitted that it was all a hoax. She now faces 2 charges, false police reporting and false reporting of an incident. Both are misdemeanors, each one carrying up to 1 year in jail. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Get $200 when you open a new checking account with Horizon Credit Union. When you bank with us, you'll get expert guides to help you on your financial journey. a pathfinder, an advisor, a teammate, a guardian, and peace of mind wherever you're headed next. So, if you're ready for a better banking experience, sign up in branch or online with the promo code GET200. Horizon Credit Union, your path, our purpose.
The clock is ticking, and the final 43 hours of Walker's Furniture's 43rd anniversary sale is here. This is your final opportunity to get the biggest store-wide savings of the season. 19 to 80% off. Top quality furniture for every room in your home. Or leave your checkbook at home and take advantage of special 5 years financing with no money down. So you can get that furniture you've always wanted today and pay for it later during the final 43 hours of Walker's anniversary sale.
They were at home near Sandpoint when George's wife Sue found him unresponsive and started CPR. Within minutes, he was airlifted to Kootenai Health because George was having a STEMI, the most serious type of heart attack. Fortunately, Kootenai Health is a level 1 STEMI center with state-of-the-art cardiac care. So, just 90 minutes after his heart attack, George woke up with a healed heart and a very happy wife.
Connect with a friend. Connect with a muse. Connect with nature. Connect with summer and find what it holds for you in the off-road ready Mazda CX-50. Uncover what lies ahead during Mazda's Season of Discovery sales event.
Discover nature's most unique adventures in a Mazda CX-50. Available for immediate delivery at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
As state senator, Lisa Brown increased taxes by $2 billion while raising her own pay. Under her watch, homelessness rose by 25,000. Now she's backed by the Defund the Police crowd. Lisa's soft on crime, hard on taxpayers.
I pledge to increase police presence and tackle homelessness, and we have. Our Violent Crimes Task Force has lowered crime rates, and we're compassionately addressing homelessness. We're exceptional, Spokane. I'll keep it that way. I'm Nadine Woodward, and I approve this message.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Aunts and uncles I were very close to, and they're not here anymore, thanks to the Nazis, right? Yeah.
That is Carla Pepperzak, a 99-year-old Holocaust survivor and a member of the Dutch Resistance, who now lives here in Spokane. The newest Carla Ullman Pepperzak Middle School named in her honor. And it's getting ready to open its doors to its first group of students here in the next month.
Yeah, before it opens, though, 4 News Now invited Carla Pepperzak to tour the school with us and to hear what this school means to her and her family. Our Bronte Saratsky shares how this school will continue Carla's mission of educating children about the Holocaust.
Behind me is the brand new Pepperzak Middle School that's set to open on September 5th. Earlier, I got the chance to tour the school with Carla Pepperzak and her daughter to see how the school will honor her and all the work she's done to educate about the Holocaust.
It's very hard to get your mind around it. And now I thought, oh, wow. It's really a wow situation.
Carla Pepperzak is a hero. At only 18 years old, she joined the Dutch Resistance, saving Jewish lives during the Holocaust. Now at 99, she calls Spokane home and is leaving a permanent mark here with the Carla Ullman Pepperzak Middle School.
You know, the future, hopefully people will ask now, who was she? And then, you know, it's explained.
The school isn't just named after Carla, but will continue her work to educate future generations about the Holocaust. The new school will include a section in the library dedicated to Holocaust education that can be accessed by all Spokane middle schools.
Especially since we have a survivor here who continues to tell her story, and now they have resources to go to after they listen or before they listen to her.
For Carla's daughter, Marion, seeing her mom's name on a building shows the impact that Carla has made on this community.
So that hope continues and the Holocaust is always remembered.
Which is why Carla tells her story in the first place, so people won't forget, and so she can remember those that she lost as well.
And that's another reason I talk, I think. You know, not only that people have to know, but that I remember them.
The middle school will feature specialty career education, courtyards for student activity and relaxation, and of course, resources for Holocaust education. This year, the school will welcome both 6th and 7th graders, and starting next year, it'll be open for 6th through 8th grade. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Such a great story. New at 6:30 now. Several organizations in Spokane want to make sure that your child has everything they need when they return to school this fall.
And throughout the month of August, organizations like the Salvation Army and the Northwest Community Center are hosting a no-cost school supplies distribution event. And for a full list of dates and ways that you can donate or volunteer, look for this story on KXLY.com.
Oh, that back to school time, it is on its way. In the meantime, though, enjoy a beautiful summer evening. Here's a live look of the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena right now. It's very, very quiet in downtown Spokane. Probably not for long. It is Friday night after all. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We're heading into a hot Saturday. It is not going to feel like back to school time. Then a cold front comes through very early on Sunday morning. It's going to pick up our winds, just cool things down back to average. It's not going to really make things cold, but it's also going to bring the chance of some isolated dry lightning. Firefighters will be keeping a very close eye on that. Here's a look at our high temperatures today. We were just about average. 87 is our average high, 88 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We did make it into the 90s in Lewiston, Ritzville, Grand Coulee, and Omak today. Here's a look at our temperatures. Currently, we are still in the 80s in most locations. It is 90 in Grand Coulee, 91 in Omak. Clear skies across the region. Again, beautiful evening with light winds. A great start to the weekend. If you're out at the lake, enjoy a beautiful day tomorrow. A high temperature of 94 degrees, blue skies and sunshine. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. New at 6:30 during the summer, it's always a good idea to throw on a little bit of sunblock before leaving the house.
And if you've had the same bottle lying around the house for a while, like I probably have 3 or 4, you might want to check the expiration date on those. The FDA says that sunscreen usually expires 3 years after it's manufactured, sometimes even sooner, because it can physically change and the chemicals can break down, potentially making it less effective.
Sunscreen that's kept in a hot car or in a glove compartment will degrade faster than sunscreen that's kept in a cool, dry place. So if you're at the pool or you're on the beach, you want to keep your sunscreen in the cooler or in the shade.
Well, that expiration might explain why I burn pretty easily outside, but you also might want to double check the date while you're at the store. The investigative team from Good Morning America recently went to 24 stores in Texas, New Jersey, and New York, where they found 16 expired bottles of sunscreen. 14 of those were found at CVS and Walgreens.
If you go to a store and it's already expired, and that means it's been sitting in a shelf or a warehouse for probably at least 3 years, if not more. So that sunscreen really isn't providing you with the protection in a guaranteed way that the bottle says.
CVS and Walgreens both told ABC that they have procedures in place to check for expired sunscreen.
A former mechanic accused of stealing thousands of dollars worth of tools and equipment from Geiger Corrections facilities is behind bars. The former Geiger facilities mechanic, Richard Passmore, had quit his job, and when questioned by detectives at his home yesterday, he admitted to stealing several items from Geiger. Police then recovered around $25,000 worth of stolen tools and equipment at Passmore's home that belonged to the Geiger facility. Passmore was booked into the Spokane County Jail.
The primary election in Washington is this Tuesday, and the people working at elections headquarters in Spokane are already hard at work to make sure your vote counts. The elections manager has some tips for those who will be dropping their ballots off at the drop boxes on Election Day.
8 o'clock Tuesday, August 1st is the deadline, so it either has to be postmarked by that, so check the blue bin the last pickup time, or drop it in one of our drop boxes. That most of the drop boxes are open and they're located at the libraries.
And in Cheney, voters are being asked to vote on a tax for a new community pool in the primary election. It would replace the current pool, which was closed 2 years ago because of mechanical failures and age. If they vote for it, voters will fund up to $13 million for this new community pool. It would feature a pool for lap swimming, swim lessons, a lazy river, and a water slide. While some say this is just what the community needs, others say it's not worth their taxes.
I think this could be a really great town to live in, but I definitely think it needs more amenities and more focus on locals first. It seems like there's a ton of effort and time and money put into the college and not a whole lot for people who live here year-round. And I think something like this would be a good start to that.
I think there's too many things that have to be done, like the bathrooms in the park, the school activities and whatnot.
A homeowner with a $400,000 home would be taxed $212 a year, or a little less than $18 a month.
Coming up in sports, a local martial arts teacher is proving a cane is more than a crutch. How his unique style of self-defense is helping disabled veterans. That's coming up in sports.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
Set summer in motion with the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet, like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport and the Ridgeline, built for better off-road performance and engineered for more adventure. This summer, create your own adventures with Honda, the most awarded brand in car and driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice, relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
I'm Mark Peterson with information from AARP and BECU. Caring for a loved one comes with a lot of emotional and financial responsibility. Having a clear picture of what's involved, whether it's your care recipient's health, housing, or finances, lets you plan ahead and make the juggling act a little easier. There are programs in Washington that will help you navigate these challenges and make things easier for you and your care recipient. AARP and BECU are here to help you plan. For tips, tools, and resources, visit this website.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Today through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Crime tourism, the new crime wave. Next Inside Edition. Cops say they come to America as tourists, but they're really here to steal.
They're looking for jewelry, they're looking for purses, they're looking for cash.
Swarming over neighborhoods, working as a team. Wait till you see what they take in their wake. Then, the 93-year-old old-timer. Can he make it to the top of the famous peak? Watch the next Inside Edition. Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Well, let's check in with our friends in Phoenix. They are still racking up the 110-degree plus days. Today's high of 116 was not a daily record, though. The record is 121 degrees on this day. But we did set another record today for the number of consecutive 110-degree or higher days. We're now at 29. It looks like there's a 108-degree day in the Phoenix 7-day forecast and may break this streak. The previous record for consecutive days was 18 days set back in the 1970s. Well, if you're out enjoying our cool, pleasant evenings tonight, I have not checked in with our International Space Station in a while. We have so many satellites to see, but this one's always exciting. 907 in Spokane, appearing in the northwest, hitting a maximum height of 45 degrees. It'll be visible for 6 minutes and then will disappear in the southeast. Sunset tonight is at 8:30, so should be a pretty good view. And if you are maybe out on the lake tonight for a nighttime cruise or something, it is going to be beautiful conditions this evening. We'll be in 80 still at 7 o'clock, 76 at 9, light winds, clear skies, 71 degrees at 11 o'clock. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. It's going to be a hot Saturday, temperatures up into the 90s. Cold front comes through on Sunday morning, which might bring a few isolated lightning strikes. Breezy and cooler in air quotes for Sunday. It's still going to be in the upper 80s and lower 90s, just about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than our heat on Saturday. And boy, isolated dry lightning. It's such a slight chance that if we weren't right smack dab in the middle of the very dry conditions and the fire season, I wouldn't even mention it, but it certainly bears mentioning because we've been in such good shape with our fire situation so far. I'm knocking on, that's not wood, but I just don't even want to say it out loud that our fire season's been relatively quiet, that we want to keep that streak going. 88 on Sunday, 87 on Monday with sunshine, and then we begin warming up as we get into the middle of next week. We're back up in the mid-90s. Seeing these clouds moving through, Matt talked a little bit about that earlier in the broadcast, that moisture coming up from the south around high pressure. You may start to feel what we consider humidity in the inland northwest next week. Would not pass the humid standards in other parts of the country, but you'll feel some moisture in the air. Eventually may even see some showers and thunderstorms that produce precipitation. Kirsten?
We'll be looking out. Speaking of humidity, more than 150 million Americans face dangerous heat conditions heading into the weekend. Because of the extreme heat, water temperatures have reached near record levels in Florida, specifically putting several coral species in danger of going extinct.
Horrifying. You know, I'm really heartened that some of those corals are still hanging on. I'm heartened that they're all alive, but I'm very worried about their next few months.
Well, we need coral reefs because they act as a natural barrier from storm surge and hurricanes. Scientists are working on ways to have more thermally tolerant coral reefs, and that's going to allow these ocean marine heat waves to take place and not impact the coral as much.
This week marks the 33rd anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act being signed into law. In honor of it, there's a Disability Pride celebration tomorrow at Riverfront Park. There's going to be free food, vendors, entertainment, and resources for Spokane's disabled community. Everyone is invited. The event runs from 11 to 3.
Located in downtown Spokane, Feast World Kitchen is a nonprofit restaurant and catering company with a unique mission.
Feast empowers immigrants by giving them the opportunity to cook their native dishes and earn an income.
We've had over 100 families cook in our catering and restaurant program, sharing their food and culture, earning great income, and building career and business skills at the same time.
Feast World Kitchen co-founder and executive director Ross Carper says his goal is for every immigrant and former refugee to experience inclusion from the Spokane community, all while bringing delicious dishes to the area. And if you'd like to contribute to the kitchen, you can donate to their website, volunteer your time, or just dine in the store. You can find out more information on feastworldkitchen.org.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
People who come to the Inland Northwest rave about its beauty.
For those of us who live and work here, we couldn't agree more. From its iconic history
to a ton of new beginnings.
We have farm-to-table roots and access to nature right out our back door.
And as a community member, BECU wants to honor those who work together to make life better for our region.
Come out and enjoy top female athletes competing for the LPGA Tour. BECU, proud sponsor of the Epson Tour at Circling Raven Golf Course this August.
If you have plans, change them. The factory-supported Summer RV Show is going on now at the Spokane Fairgrounds. We've brought in hundreds of RVs from every R&R location for our biggest show of the year. Right now at the Spokane Fairgrounds, find huge savings up to 50% off MSRP on hundreds of RVs. All the nation's #1 brands represented. Save more on bargain lot and one-off units. Sale prices clearly posted. Free parking, free admission. The Summer RV Show today through Sunday at the Spokane Fairgrounds.
It's here, the Epson Tour Road to the LPGA, August 21st through the 27th. Presented by Circling Raven Golf Club at 4 News Now. Circling Raven Golf Club has once again been chosen to host this women's professional golf tournament, August 21st through the 27th. More than 150 pros from 30 countries will compete for shares of the $200,000 purse. Come see the game's rising stars. The Epson Tour Road to the LPGA, presented by Circling Raven Golf Club and 4 News Now.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. Relying on a cane was once considered a sign of an aging body, but one local martial arts teacher is helping people find empowerment through their canes, using their crutch as a tool for self-defense.
And begin.
Aaron Anderson is one of the deadliest people with a cane.
I usually start off by telling them I teach recreational violence. Strike.
Instead of to hurt,
drive them off.
It's to help.
Back in the chamber, I focus mostly with veterans and disabled and senior citizens. This end will go up as I'm turning.
Aaron has been a cane fu master for 8 years.
As I'm spiraling him down.
It's not what he teaches,
there you go,
but who he teaches that hits home.
I served 10 years in the United States Army. They figured after enough head injuries, I had enough. I think it was like 5 concussions, 8 broken bones, 2 heat strokes, and a partridge in a pear tree. So we'll start from the top.
Aaron medically retired from the military.
Cheery up.
But he wasn't quite ready for a final bout.
Cane. I kind of went to a dark place myself after I got out. So it's going to be a cross punch. It really was getting back in the martial arts that got me out of that place. Twist, and drop them down. Having been there myself, one of the best things you can do is reach out and pull somebody else up and begin.
His students have lost only 1 combined match, an accomplishment that earned Aaron a spot in the Martial Arts Hall of Fame.
Whether it's to teach him how to stand or teach him to have the confidence that, yeah, I can walk here again, and giving them any kind of purpose or hope or just exercise.
From here, I'm going to step forward.
Because in this dojo,
crack them in the knee.
A cane
follow through
is more than a crutch.
Boom. Whether it is they're older and they're not getting around, or they're dealing with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury. And I'm stepping and I twist them down. Training in the martial arts and doing these movements have helped veterans that suffer from that. Outward block, placement step, over the head, just giving people back their lives. Thrust.
And Aaron will be teaching a cane fu seminar at the Breakthrough Family Academy of Martial Arts in Post Falls tomorrow. The class runs from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. It's $20 a person. The proceeds will help local veterans. For more information, you can visit our website at kxoy.com. That'll wrap us up for sports.
Julian, thank you. It's Friday, and that means it's time to go for a ride on the Air 4 drone.
And this week, we're giving you a bird's eye view of what a somewhat hidden lake just across the Idaho-Montana border. Let's go for a ride over Revitt Lake in this Air 4 adventure.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. Every sofa, every dining table, and every bed is on sale. Plus 5 years, no interest financing. The anniversary sale on now at Furniture Row.
This is delightful. We've gone from a restrictive budget to more fun more often, all because we signed up for a dividend-earning Kasasa checking account from Canopy Credit Union. It earns us a high dividend rate of up to 4.07% annual percentage yield on up to $25,000. If you do the math, that's up to $84 we can earn in extra cash deposited right into our savings account every month, automagically. Learn more at canopycu.com. Limits and conditions apply.
Wendell Nissan is here to help you make amazing summer memories. Need a stylish and versatile companion for your summer journeys? Meet the Nissan Rogue.
Looking for the perfect vehicle for your relaxing getaways? The Nissan Murano is your ideal choice. Or have fun in the sun and bring all your gear with the Nissan Frontier.
And for a limited time, Nissan offers flexible financing options and affordable payment plans.
Visit Wendell Nissan at the Y on North Division and drive for generations.
Well, we got a good one for you tonight. Something a woman hopes a male stripper does when she's watching him perform.
Takes his pants off.
Take it off.
This could be you. Just chilling, staying cool this summer. Join us for jackpots, food, and fun at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games to earn your entries to win a share of $13,000 cool cash. Paddle boards, kayaks, and air conditioners. Missisquoi Casino Hotel, keeping it cool. Drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, July 29th. Learn more at Missisquoi.com.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader.
Drinking watermelon moonshine.
Oh, Lord, when you raise the big 99.9 Coyote Country.
The anniversary sale at Denver Mattress is on now. Save $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Or check out the Summit, now only $299.99, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The anniversary sale only at Denver Mattress.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kootenai Heart Clinics.
Coming up on Nightside, local food banks are struggling to keep their shelves stocked.
How long they expect supplies to last as the need for food in the Spokane community keeps going up. That's at 11.
It is going to be a beautiful Saturday, 94 degrees, sunny, a good weekend. Find a river or pool or lake and wear your life jacket and all that jazz, but enjoy.
And check your sunscreen.
I was about to say the same thing. I've got about 7 bottles I need to throw
And
out.
hydrate. Any
Yeah.
other safety things I can think of? That's it.
I think that's all of them. I don't think they need anything else. Yeah, you know
I need a new sun hat if anybody has
Maybe
suggestions.
just stay inside.
Stay inside. You know,
Lock the door.
It's a good weekend to not get any sun. That's good.